And I travel around the world teaching salespeople or anyone who wants to make contact with a decision maker how to get appointments with decision makers. And in the process, let me tell you, that is an art that's not going on too much out there. Being in sales or being in a property management role or commercial brokerage or any role, it's not difficult to kind of know what to do once you're in. You know what I mean? Most people, they can get in and they can sit across from desks, have some clue of what to do. The problem is not that. The problem is, how do you get in? Does that make sense? It's the get in part without making 8 million calls. So when I teach that topic, I say to people sometimes, I say, okay, it's you called in, you asked for the executive's cell number, you got it from either the receptionist or the executive assistant, let's say, because the executive's gone for the day. It's 4:30 in the afternoon on a Friday. And they say the executive is gone for the day. Then I say to everyone, because they gave you the cell number, so here it is. I got it, got the cell number. New suit. I got the cell number, and then I say, who's going to call? You with me on this? Who's going to call? So let me ask you, you're all business people, you get the cell number for the executive on a Friday at 4:30, and they say he or she has gone for the day. You say, okay, how many of you would call anyway? Let me see. A few. How many of you would not call? Let me see. Well, you have to pick one or the other. So let's try it again. Some of you think, I don't know, it's a difficult question. How many of you would call? Come on, let me see. Okay. How many of you would not call? Okay, all right. Now, I've got two in my line of fire, so I'm going to ask you, why would you not call back there? He checked out for the day. What? He checked out. He's out for the day. And he doesn't want to, he's not in a talk mood. He doesn't want to talk. Right? That's what that guy said. And what kind of animal are you that you would call? So what did you say? Why would you call?
He didn't say that he's not in a talk mood for the day.
Well, he didn't say anything yet because you don't know.
I know, so I wouldn't assume that.
So
I would call him and I would ask him if it was acceptable to call him now at this time. If he said no, then I would call him the following week.
So he might be in a talk mood, you're saying. But what about the fact that he's gone for the day? Leave me alone. What about that concept? So what do you mean? So of course so what?
He might still be willing to do business.
He still may be open. So this is what happens all the time. So who's right? Yes, that's right. They're both right and they're both wrong. It depends on, not on what you think, it depends on them. When I leave my office, you know what I do? I hold my cell phone up to my people and I say, I'm gone, I'm on my cell. You know what that means? Call me. Anybody. Vacuum cleaner salespeople. Call me. I even drive home sometimes and I'm disappointed if I don't get a call. Honest to gosh, I want a call. But and they call. Yes, now, even if it was on a Saturday and I was about to play golf and I was in the cart waiting for my turn and the phone rang and I picked it up and I said, hello, and someone said, my name is Charlie and I want to sell a copier to you. I would say, you know what, Charlie, I'm about to tee off. Probably not a good time, so I'll tell you what, call me next week, and incidentally, I'll probably want to hire you, so come see me. I have no problem with it. None. None. You can call me Sunday. If I don't want to talk to you, guess what? I'll turn it off. Now, if you call me Christmas Eve at midnight, maybe there's my barrier. But understand that your concept about whether you should or shouldn't should not necessarily be based on the fact that you wouldn't like it, because there's people like me. Does that make sense? So you have to make the line call. And understand this as well. I mean, think about this. And I'm not suggesting you call. I'm just telling you, think about it. Here's the receptionist, and let's say this is the office of the president. And we have an executive assistant down here. If the receptionist gives you the phone number and says, here's the number, come on, the gardener's got it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if they're giving it out, everybody's got it. The toll booth guy say, hey, would you like the CEO's number at so-and-so? If the executive assistant's giving it out, they would know whether they should give it out or not. So a good way for you would just say, do you think that he or she would mind if I called? Oh, don't call now. They're going to your funeral. Oh, good. Thanks for telling me. Or, yeah, sure, no problem. My office would say, absolutely no problem. Okay? So I just want you to know that the reason I told you that story is because when you have things like this, or this is, excuse me for jumping out of the camera for a minute, or this, where you come down and say, hi, to the temp receptionist, could you give this to Dave or whatever, right? The reason people don't want to give it to me is why? They think I'm too busy. He won't like that. He won't be in a good mood if I just pop in without an appointment. Do you get me on this? That might be what you think. That's not what I think. I would like to see you. Now, don't get carried away on this. But I would like to see you. And I would like for you to ask me about my business. And I would like for you to ask me about, are we going to stay or not stay? I would like you to say, Dave, if there's one reason your company would leave our building, what would it be? I would like that. I would not find that offensive at all. And I can't be a freak. Not the only guy that thinks like that. Marnell would like that, my partner. Does that make any sense? So go to school on this concept that just because your view, your world view is they won't like it, doesn't mean it's true. You got to get to that corner office because the corner office is where the action is. Make sense?